somehow we create separation to escape, zone out. Maybe meditation is zoning out and I can disconnect. And for those who haven't explored mindfulness or meditation, at first it may be challenging. What was that like for you as you began getting to notice those things that maybe you didn't want to notice?
Yes. Oh, it's so important to address this. What happened for me that first time was that the teachings invited me to pay attention to the direct experience, the direct sensations of this body and breath.
Hmm.
And what that did for me for a moment, and then another moment, was it interrupted the story of stress and the story of the thoughts in my mind about the anxiety and depression I was feeling. Now, the thoughts were
Mm.
things like, this will never go away. Why didn't I do this when I was younger and deal with this depression then? What is going to happen to me in the future? So those thoughts about, and I can't do it, I can't get the energy up, whatever the anxious thoughts are
Right.
that a person that I was having, not a lot of them. When we live our lives thinking of those things, trying to fix, trying to find a way out, that's challenging. And
Mm.
so, what mindfulness can do is help us come into just this moment without all that story, without all that proliferation. Just this moment with this breath, this body,
Mm.
these feet on the floor, this weight of the body in the chair. And what that can do for a moment is give us a moment of respite, a moment of refuge.
Right.
And in that moment, the whole nervous system can resettle. The whole nervous
Mm.
system can reset from the anxiety, from the ramped up energy, from the emergency setting, from the red alert of those thoughts that have been
Mm.
spinning. So we get a little respite. And when we have a respite with just this sensation, and it's okay. Yeah, just this breath, and it's okay to be here. Just this weight of the body on the chair, just these feet on the floor. The
Mm.
nervous system gets a message that just this moment, it's okay to be here.
Mm.
And so then the thoughts don't activate the amygdala and the hippocampus and uh, those hormones in the body, which create stress and which ramp us up, put us on red alert. Just
Mm.
that moment, we're interrupting
Mm.
those thoughts, which put the system on red alert and helps the whole nervous system to calm down
Mm.
just for a moment. And then the thoughts might spin again, and then we come back again, just to these feet on
Mm.
the floor. We can do it just right now together.
Mm.
Just the weight of the body on the chair, just this breath. And just for that moment, we're letting the system know again, it's okay to be here just now. It's all
Mm.
right. And the whole system can reset.
Mm.
And so that small little moment of respite, that small little moment of refuge can build moment by moment
Mm.
and let us know that in this moment there can be refuge. And we help the system learn that we don't need to spin out all the time in the thinking. So we begin to notice we have a choice about the thinking. We have a
Mm.
choice. I have a choice about those anxious thoughts, about those depression thoughts. I have a choice. We're not pushing them away. We're not trying to stop them at all. But there's
Right.
a difference we start to learn between thinking the thought and noticing the thought. We're
Mm.
thinking about the thought, noticing, oh, this is an anxiety thought.
Mm.
This is a depression thought. And in that moment, we're not thinking the thought. We're not caught in the thought. We're
Mm.
able to see that thought more clearly and not be in it, caught in it
Yeah.
so much. So it's like a train, that goes by or boats on the river. There might be the anxiety boat and the depression boat and the worry boat. And without noticing them, we jump on them and just go down the river on them. When we notice with mindfulness, oh, that's the anxiety boat. And can I come just back to this moment, this breath, this body? In a way, we get off the anxiety boat just for a minute, just for a moment. We can rest on the shore. And even if we're on the anxiety boat and we can't quite get off, but we know we're on the anxiety boat, that's more helpful to the system than not knowing we're on the anxiety boat
Yeah.
and being caught down there. And I've been on that anxiety boat for days, weeks, months, years
Mm,
without knowing. And this is a way of knowing. When something's known like that, we can step off the anxiety boat even for a moment. And this is the one of the initial things we notice in mindfulness so we can begin to have a choice. But what you're saying also is that when we do slow down, we notice those anxiety thoughts more clearly.
mm.
And can seem when we start to calm down with mindfulness, with meditation, can seem like those thoughts are louder and
Right. Because
stronger.
you're becoming aware of them now.
Yes, yes, yes. So we can take heart and know that if they start to seem louder, that's skillful mindfulness
Mm,
because we're paying more attention to how it is and we're not driven unconsciously by those thoughts anymore.
mm.
That's a big moment to celebrate.
What a beautiful metaphor you shared, and like the visual, and it counters sometimes the approach of I'm gonna push it down, or I'm gonna cover up those feelings, whether it's let's spend more time on Instagram, and all these tools can be beautiful and supportive, but when we're using things to cover up feelings or whatever it is, it just we all have habit patterns that can help us and those that don't. But I think most of us may end up doing that, whether overeating or whatever it is, just to cover up those feelings.
Absolutely, we do.
And so here is a way that you're naming of there's another way of to be with how things are with the anxiety or the depressive thoughts. It's not about let's eliminate them right this
Yeah.
second. It's about how to be with them differently, and
Yes,
that's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
that's a beautiful way of saying it. And
Yeah.
we've all tried to stop those thoughts. We all know.
Yeah.
How does it work to try to stop those thoughts? It does not. The more we push, the stickier they get.
Yeah.
And so this is a radically different relationship, as you're pointing to, a radically different relationship with thoughts. Those thoughts that we often think are the enemy.
Mm.
And we begin to learn that directed thought, we can direct our thought to certain
Mm.
aspects of our experience that are helpful. And we begin to learn that we don't need to stop thinking in order to have peace.
See, that's a powerful transformative share. We don't have to stop thinking to find peace. I think that a lot of people think, no, I got to stop thinking. I got to eliminate thought. And then sit in nothing for hours, pure nothing, 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 nothing. Then I can be at peace.
Yes, exactly. That's so true. It's so true. It's a big, huge misconception, really. Yes, this
Mm,
practice, we can have peace even when those thoughts are there. The peace is in our relationship to them. And that's
mm,
radical because then our peace does not depend on external conditions being a certain way or even internal conditions being a certain way. Our
mm,
peace does not depend on thoughts going away, certain thoughts going away. We
mm,
really begin to have this peace even in the midst of things.
mm.
That's huge.
That's very hopeful. Hello there, and thank you so much for stopping by this channel. I hope you find this content useful, and if you do, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It will really help me to reach to more people and keep this content going. Here we are journeying together, and let's see where this takes us.